Hi everyone, welcome to another interesting session of science class, that is physics chapter 12 sound part 7, and today's interesting topic is sonar and mechanism of hearing. Now let us have a quick recap of previous video. We have learned two types of sound, that is audible and inaudible sound. The sound which we can hear is called audible sound, and the audible range of sound for human being is about 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. And inaudible which we cannot hear is called as inaudible, and you have learned in that two types of that is infrasound and ultrasound. Sounds of frequency below 20 Hz are called infrasonic sound, and the examples are rhinoceros, elephant and whale, which they communicate through infrasound waves, whereas the frequencies of higher than 20 kilohertz are called ultrasonic sound. And example for that like bat, porpoises and dolphins, which they communicate through uh, ultrasound waves. You have learned about ultrasound, application of ultrasound. There are two types, that is applications of ultrasound in industries and applications of ultrasound in medical field. In industries you have seen how they are using ultrasound to clean hard to reach part, as well as to detect the flaw or a crack in a metal block. And you have seen in the medical field it is used for echocardiography and to check the abnormalities in kidney, gallbladder or any other kind of organs. Even it is used to break small stones in the kidney, and it is easy to cure without any operation. Let us see the next application, that is sonar. SONAR, sonar. The acronym SONAR stands for Sound Navigation and Ranging. Sonar is a device that uses ultrasonic waves to measure the distance, direction, and speed of underwater objects. How does the sonar work? Very interesting topic it is. Let us understand. Sonar consists of a transmitter and a detector and is installed in a boat or a ship as shown in figure. Observe the figure, children, where one side there is a transmitter which sends the ultrasound signals and receiver which receives the ultrasound signals, and same kind of a picture I have shown how the sound waves will be signaled, which covers the maximum area of it. The transmitter of a sonar produces required range of ultrasound waves and transmits those waves into water. And these waves, when travel through water and after striking the object on the seabed, get reflected back and are sensed by the detector. The detector converts these ultrasonic waves into electrical signals, which are appropriately interpreted. The distance of the object and the reflected the sound wave can be calculated by knowing the speed of sound in water and the time interval between transmission and the reception of ultrasound. Children, observe your left side diagram where I have shown in a ship two transmitters. Yes, it can be adopted two transmitters also, and they'll send the signal, and receiver catches the signal and easily distance can be calculated. Observe right side diagram where ship is sending the signal, and those signals when hits to the fish, it goes back and easily can understand the distance between ship and fish. And the rays which are reflecting seabed which they go back, those receiver receives those signals and can calculate easily the distance between ship and a seabed. To understand how to calculate the distance between an object and a ship, let us consider a time interval between transmission and reception of ultrasound signals be t, and the speed of sound through seawater be v. The total distance 2d can be calculated as 2d is equal to v into t, whereas distance is equal to v into t divided by 2. This above method of finding the distance is called echo ranging. The sonar technique is used to determine the depth of the sea and locate underwater hills, valleys, submarine, icebergs, sunken ship, etc. Below a small figure which is shown about a submarine which is sending signals in three directions to understand is there any presence of iceberg or any other submarine or any underwater hills or valleys. After detecting it judges how to travel. So this helps them to travel in under the seawater. There is an example in the textbook, example 12.3, which makes you to understand much about this sonar which I taught now. The question is, a ship sends out ultrasound that returns from the seabed and is detected after 3.4 seconds. If the speed of ultrasound seawater is 1531 meter per second, what is the distance of the seabed from the ship? Children, first write the given, that is time interval. The time to travel and comes back to the ship is about 3.42 seconds. Whereas speed of ultrasound in the seawater, we know it, that is 1531 meter per second. Now use the formula, that is the distance traveled of ultrasound, that is 2d is equal to speed of a sound into time. Nothing but 2d is equal to, substitute the value of speed, that is 1531, nothing but 1531 into time 3.42 seconds. The value is 5236 meter. And to calculate the distance, d is equal to 5236 divided by 2, that is equal to 2618 meter. Thus the distance of the seabed from the ship is 2618 meter or 2.62 kilometer. Now let us move to the last topic of this lesson, that is mechanism of working of ear. All of you know how do we hear. We are able to hear with the help of an extremely sensitive organ called the ear. It allows us to convert pressure variations, nothing but compression and rarefaction, in air with audible frequencies into electric signals that travel to the brain via the auditory nerve. The auditory aspect of human ear is explained here. Children, observe the figure clearly. The ear is divided into three parts, that is outer ear, middle ear and inner ear. Outer ear consists of pinna and ear canal as well as eardrum. Whereas from eardrum starts middle ear part, which consists of three soft bones, that is hammer, anvil, stirrup, and that is connected to inner ear, where in inner ear we have a cochlea and semicircular canal. And the next part it is shown is auditory nerve that will be connected to brain. Let us understand how exactly the ear works. Children, the outer ear is called pinna. It collects the sound from the surroundings. The collected sound passes through the auditory canal. At the end of the auditory canal, there is a thin membrane called the eardrum or tympanic membrane. When a compression of the medium reaches the eardrum, the pressure on the outside of the membrane increases and forces the eardrum inward. Similarly, the eardrum moves outward when the rarefaction reaches it. In this way, the eardrum vibrates. Children, I have shown two diagrams below. Left side figure is given in NCERT textbook. If you feel difficult to draw this diagram, you can draw like this, which I have shown in the right side, where the three tiny ear bones is shown highlightedly, and easy manner to draw. You can either draw this which is given left side or draw this one. Both are accepted. The vibrations are amplified several times by three bones which are present in middle ear. Those are hammer, anvil and stirrup. The middle ear transmits the amplified pressure variations received from the sound wave to the inner ear. Children, observe below animation where the vibration produced in eardrum because of compression rarefaction is transmitted to the soft bones, that is anvil, stirrup and hammer. and those are going to amplify the signals and send to cochlea that is present in inner ear. You can observe how the signals are amplified here. In the inner ear, the pressure variations are turned into electrical signals by the cochlea. These electrical signals are sent to the brain via auditory nerve and the brain interprets them as sound. Children, observe below animation where the sound waves are traveled through pinna and then ear canal and hits to the eardrum. That eardrum is going to vibrate because of compression rarefaction, and that is sending that vibration to three soft bones in the middle ear. You can observe here how it is amplifying, and then that is sent to the inner ear cochlea where that converts these vibrations into electrical signals and sent through auditory nerve to brain. This ends the lesson, children. I hope you understood whole lesson, and if you have any doubt, ask me in comment box. And now start writing in text as well as exercise questions. Children, now about worksheet 7, which is the last one. I have given only two questions. That is, first one, what is sonar? Explain with the help of neat diagram how sonar is used in navigation. Whatever I have explained, and choose a diagram which is given in the textbook. Draw that diagram and explain about it. Next, second question, explain with the help of neat diagram the mechanism of working of ear. I explained every part how it works. You choose the diagram, any one which I have given, either textbook or beside textbook diagram I have given one more. You choose any one diagram and explain how exactly ear works. This ends the video, children. Take care. Bye.